everyone, being a fine figure here, and today we are going to be taking a look at another Mattel Legends Target exclusive Hulk Hogan. Now this is pre-Hulkamania Hulk Hogan. This is Terry Boulder, Sterling Golden, or the Ultimate Male Thunder Lips from Rocky 3. And this is the Hulk Hogan I initially remembered when I first started watching wrestling, so many years ago. I remember the Shea Stadium match between him and Andre the Giant when he was the heel. That was before WrestleMania 3, and a lot of people didn't know that they had, non-wrestling fans didn't know that Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant did lock up before at Shea Stadium, and I think Hulk Hogan cheated that day, and it was like a double disqualification if I remember correctly. But at the time, it drew one of the largest stadium crowds for a wrestling event, a Met Stadium in New York. So anyway, first passion, first love was wrestling. It's always been wrestling. I still hold on to my wrestling collection and my Hulk Hogan collection in particular. And again, this is exciting to get these retro figures made by Mattel. I did have cut down on collecting. I've focused a lot more lately on McFarlane and a few Marvels here and there. G.I. Joe, pretty heavy right now, but I still got my wrestling figures. I've sold quite a few, but I've kept some of my favorites, and of course my Hulk Hogan figures I am gonna keep because growing up, Hulkamania, such a big part of my childhood growing up. So anyway, without further ado, we are gonna be opening this Legends up. Nice image there of them in the back, and as we do in the channel, I'll get them out of the box and I will be right back. All right, so we got Hulk Hogan out of the packaging in here, and this figure doesn't really come with a lot of accessories, but that's beyond, at this point I really don't care because I have tons of accessories. What I do find in particular that this version of Hulk Hogan is tan, which he wasn't so tan back then. Before his pre-Hulkamania days, he wasn't tan at all, so I'm surprised that they decided to go with the tan look on this particular figure. Now, as far as accessories, he does come with an extra set of fists, which is good. Always like fists, and of course the mic holding hands or the grip hands that he has. And of course it comes with his entrance robe or cape. Actually, cape. Nice. You might be able to do. Wish it was wired, but it's actually nice. It's pretty heavy. It's a lot of cloth in this. I mean, it's not just a single strand. It's two colors, and you can see the stitching. I mean, look at that. It's got two colors stitched in, two pieces of fabric, and it's actually pretty good. And then these are some nice strings here that they use. You can actually shape them up, so which is actually pretty cool. You can do all kinds of things with this. So this is actually cool when you tie it around. And of course, he'll look good with it around. And of course, onto the figure. Now, I was gonna say that, I mean, obviously there's gonna be some reused parts in here, but the body sculpt on this actually looks a lot different than I'm used to with the Hulk Hogan. So that's actually a nice touch, and the fact that they gave him the white outfit, the singlet, which is cool because he did use that before. He started going to just the trunks and the boots, and then he did white trunks. He did red trunks. I mean, in the AWA, he did all kinds of colors, and then he became more standard yellow, as we all know him. Once he became Hulkamania, and he went over to WWF, WWE. So that it's a nice touch. I'm glad that they got it all, and it's actually nice. Again, he wasn't this tan. They gave him a lot of hair too, which he did have a lot of hair. I mean, going back to before he started thinning out his head, and he's got this. The snarls are bad in the face. I mean, don't think I have a Hulk with that figure, and it's not terrible. It's a little. They're in the middle of the mustache. I don't remember that from Hulk Hogan at all. It was more of a two-tone. It had a lot of brown, like dirty brown in the mustache back in the day. So I think they might have tried, but they just eventually went with yellow. Same thing with the hair. He did have like his roots and stuff were brown and stuff. So I guess they just decided to go with the all yellow. But it's great to have this head sculpt with a lot of hair on it. And then again, the singlet's not painted over. It actually molded into, which is actually pretty good. And they did a fairly decent job as far as painting it. I mean, you can tell here that, you know, they got a little bit on the body, on the chest there. But other than that, when you crunch them up and down, and actually that's a nice touch there. They actually did good at that in the back too. So it's a nice little molded piece that you can feel. It's actually not bad. They're pretty even color there. The trunks, I mean, you can't see it, but if you hold it, the white here it's a little different than the one on top, but from far away you can't really tell. The knee pads are rubber, and of course they do slide up and down, and you can remove it if you really wanted to. And he does have all the typical elite swivels at the thigh, at the lower. He does swivel around, and of course the boots are all, feet are all, legs are all reused. So, but yeah, this is a nice version of Hulk Hogan. I'm glad. I know there's a couple more out there. I haven't really been paying attention, but I know that there's some pre-Hulkamania colors out there when he won the championship, and before he started donning the overall yellow, there was you know, he had the American-made white outfit and stuff like that, which I saw out there either in a basic or something. I haven't got my hands on it, but see, this is this would have been the color of the skin had he before he became you know, Hulk Hogan, when he was just I mean, he had many different names before the Vince McMahon Sr. eventually gave him the Hulk Hogan name. And then this is the WrestleMania basic figure that I picked up recently, which, you know, the shirt's all molded. It's all one piece. It's you can't remove it, but you can see it's a lot different. The height. And then let's see what else we have here. I want to collapse all my figures. And then, of course, NWO Hulk Hogan. And they're all falling there. He's got all the dog hair with him. NWO Hulk Hogan. I don't know where his shades went. And, of course, I think this was one of my last videos that I put up as far as from wrestling. No, the Honky Tonk Man was, but the Hulk Hogan video. The Desert Storm Hulk Hogan, which you can see a little bit more up-to-date figure. And they gave him that same hot dog color, hot dog from the grill color, as Kyle Peterson likes to say. But yeah, so this is nice. I'm glad that they, I do have the Ultimate WrestleMania, stuff like that. It's somewhere in the closet somewhere, as I refresh my figures around. But oh yeah, hold on, one more figure. So give me 1 second, bear with me. I actually have it right here. Of course, Mr. America. And I do have it with me. I thought I had it somewhere else. And then I do have the WrestleMania Ultimate Edition, WrestleMania 1 Hulk Hogan. And again, they gave him that tan color. And again, in WrestleMania 1, Hulk Hogan was, he was sort of tan, but not this dark tan. So anyway, there you have it. Again, wrestling was my first passion. You know, growing up, it was a family thing. Like, every male in the family was a huge wrestling fan, and you couldn't talk bad about wrestling, especially, you know, in front of my grandfather, say that it was fake, because you were disowned or you were kicked out of the house. Because, you know, they lived it and they believed in everything. They just thought, and myself, I just thought they were great athletes. To this day, they are. And I mean, getting into the ring a few years ago and getting a taste of it and doing a first Rumble and stuff like that, it was amazing to live out my childhood dream. So anyway, as always, guys, thank you for tuning in to the channel. As always, continue to support each other, continue to be a fine figure, and I will see you later.